respawning ain't that bad. What are they worrying about? And just like that, our little golden puppy is given a new lease of life as an adventurer, no longer shackled by the usual death. Now, this does open up a lot of opportunities, and I really did enjoy how it's expanding upon more of the laws of the world, at least in the use of skills. So now we've seen Scribe be put to use. What else is out there? What more of the norms are going to be turned on its head? And how are the people of the land going to react when they realise eternal life, or at least regeneration? That sounds appealing. But also I can see these contracts being put to a more evil use. We'll have to see though, so let's go. Some elegant music. Why are you on the table? Is that like some advantage? Maybe she just really doesn't like chairs. Personally, rather than some kind of stuffy, noble victory party, I would prefer to be in a room as well. Especially if I had learned, contract making. Let's check the limits of what this allows. Although, it does seem slightly, well, I'm not sure about unbalanced, but chefs. Otherwise, the world is grey and inedible. Scribes could literally force you into things and change the very nature of your existence. Have we been shown things like tamers? I think that would be a powerful and possibly easily misused class, if that existed. Imagine being a bard and have to go into battle with a harp. Like one of the big ones. Diplomatic, but giving them what they want to hear. Okay. Do the people of the land have to use skills for all of this as well, or is it kind of ingrained? Still having to play with the children if she was here, yeah. You've just held them at bay? Didn't they say that, leaving them for too long makes them get stronger and transforms them into the Goblin King? Hopefully you've at least got a small contingency force checking over the waterfalls. Good. I suppose they don't automatically be given these quests anymore, so trying to keep things at bay and give out quests like that is a good way. And that just gets me thinking, like, usually in games where you got this big power at large that are that's a deep bow. Big powers that are confined to raids and the like, they don't really cause any damage outside of that instance. What was that laugh? Yes, he's definitely hiding under there. That's probably why he's staying away, though. Do you not want a cushion or something to kneel on? Hide. Hopefully it's a decoy that she left behind and not actually let her get caught like that. She's more concerned for him than to actually get worried about being accosted. It's just one thing after another, isn't it? Well, yeah, you don't want to cause just a general panic, but having at least some of the information out there. Because I'm still worrisome that some people will use this whole revival at the cathedral for granted. So, oh well, it doesn't really matter, does it? Because we can always just respawn. Can these people not realise that he's not listening? Who's this historian retelling the story of the adventurers? Hang on, you enforcing the story of the monsters? Hmm. What information are you going to get? I was about to, from overhearing this story. Oh, it's almost as if she knows something here, or it's just history repeating itself. Okay, she knows far too much. It's a story for another time. Yep, you couldn't give us all of the information right there. Get your ninja to follow her. Okay, that might be a bit difficult. How did he know? Well, he's... If anyone was to just kind of work it out for themselves, it would be this guy. What else is hidden in the confines of this library? Is this from another city? Someone else with thinking outside of the box. Where do they stand, though? Wow, that one's far off. Yep. We haven't really heard of any of the other cities. Who refuse to stop their deeds. Westland. Imaginative. Okay. And how does this affect the adventurers? And now I'm remembering that the game used to have fast travel essentially, which no longer exists. So keeping all of these big global events at bay is difficult when they have to actually walk there. Damn! He couldn't run forever. He doesn't have the ability to hide his presence like the ninja. What a title to have. You got to have a balanced diet. At least she's not forcing him to have dog biscuits or something. So who requested it? Or was this just one of the common songs of the people around? Kind of understandable. I wonder who that should be. And how would it go down if she refused this this request? It's all sparkly. Mm-hmm. Now that they've been useful, they have no need to do anything else for them. Yeah. Who else than someone who has already got a bit of a repertoire with them? Talk to what she actually wants. Yep. Sleep and food. Done. I'm sold. Yeah, she doesn't have to bother with all of that. Less of having to keep up appearances. I'm sure she can get a custom made bed as well. There's probably quite a few carpenters in the adventurers. Yes, he's a damned monster. Actually, kind of, in some respects. That's definitely something you want to hear a princess saying. Okay, that sound effect was a bit out of place, maybe? Yeah. Her breaks in her speech where she just shows how unconfident and nervous she is. Are you trying to distract from the conversation? To put her mind at ease? Overhearing at quite a distance, actually. Of course, there's always going to be rumours and of such. While they kind of got it wrong, at the same time, they kind of got it right. Not gonna dance with her. I mean, the lighting is perfect for it, but for some reason, really dark in this area. Is she now going to actually speak her mind? Well, her job is to keep him safe and to be good in fights. She isn't specialized to be like an information diplomacy type. I know that for a fact. Even when I'm trying to, it doesn't sound like I'm actually grateful. No. Poor Rudy House, whatever his name is. It's fine. Not many people will be looking. He, he was. Yep. Those two are the most interesting. Wasn't Shure given like a quick rundown of a. She's an idol. Of a dance with the bard lady. Has no one moved that car out of the way? Ah, I've seen this before. It's more of a not wanting to cause panic kind of thing, rather than just a straight up lie. Withholding information isn't a lie, by the way. Okay. Okay, season change. Autumn has always been one of those weird seasons where I don't really care for it, but at least it's somewhat. The colour change is amusing. Of course, in her imagination, everyone is her. And probably winter and spring and every kind of holiday. After having to battle through swaves of monsters, saving countless lives, making up trade agreements and non aggression pacts with the locals, getting your name on the stage that is this world. Of course, the next step is festivals. Of course, people have to have a bit of a downtime. If they didn't, well, we've seen what happens when people work themselves too hard. But I'm sure of all the time that they've spent here, someone would have started like cutting away some of the overgrowth on the buildings and just, you know, tidying it up a bit more. Unless it's like actual games and there's just invisible boundaries everywhere and hitboxes that you can't interact with. Okay, both. You offered the cake? My cake. I'm not really surprised about that little preview because, well, after having monster issues, other regional diplomacy issues, of course now there'd be interpersonal issues that they have to deal with. As well as everything else that is currently going on, of course. And still, so many mysteries. Who was that mysterious storyteller and disappearing into nowhere? The precursors who disappeared and people of the land have no idea where they went. Technically, it could just be like beta testing characters that got wiped after that test before launching. Who knows? But with the world looking slightly more calm and Rudy not really having any lingering effects from his rather big shift in his species, things are looking alright, but yeah, issues on the horizon. If you enjoyed this episode, let me know down below. And if you're at an obscene party like this, where would you be? Conversing with those in charge, dancing to your heart's content, or feasting as much as you can? Well, if I turned up at all, I'd probably be eating. Yep. Can't talk, eating. If you want to make sure to not miss out in the future with Log Horizon or anything else that appears on the channel, you may want to turn on notifications if you're subscribed. And if you aren't, how did you make it this far in? But still, there are trials and tribulations. Before that, you may want to get yourself some rest. But I'll see you there. Getting me to dance is one hell of a feat, but I will say those that are my patrons are one step closer to actually getting me out on the floor. So Sal, Raywin, HTR, Denim 1997, Aisharem, Shiwan, ASD, Stinsfire, and everyone else are the extended invitations that I'm struggling to find a reason to turn down. I hope you treat me kindly.